Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Help Heart. I wanted to do, or we wanted to do a show about Sammy's direction after he has a heart transplant. I've known him for quite a while, and so he's a pretty amazing guy. And he does a lot to help a lot of people. And let me tell you, he works harder than most of the people I know. So I just wanted everybody to know, when Sammy receives a new heart, what his life is going to be like, what it's going to mean for him, and the things that he wants to do and what he wants to accomplish. So, yeah, well, Sammy.
Thank you for thinking of me that way. I appreciate it. It's hard to think about what I want to do after the heart transplant, because as much as I'm a positive person and trying to keep positive, but sometimes there is that little what if. So if everything doesn't go well, I won't have a life on earth, after.
Right.
But if I am a lucky one and I survive the process and the anti-rejection and everything else for at least a year or two, I'm not, if you know me, I'm still even studying right now.
Of course you are.
Yeah. So I wanna be an NP, and I wanna open. My dream is to be an NP and be able to open a clinic here in Swift.
Okay, so just back up for a second. For people who don't know what an NP
Nurse
is,
practitioner.
What is that? Okay.
So that's my goal, and that's where I want to be, and I want to be able to work with areas that's you don't have access to doctors and stuff, and be able to help. So it's a longer process, and that's my goal. I am on the right path, and I'm going in that direction. So I'm very happy to be able to do it. I'm happy to continue to do it. Now, with everything happening, it's not going to stop me. Sammy...
Not very much does stop you.
Yeah. So everything before the surgery or after will be the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So how close are you to being a nurse practitioner?
I just,
what do you have to do?
Right now, my focus is to get out of this surgery well enough to keep studying. Life has made an unexpected turn for me, and it's hard to think about what's gonna do in details after 2 years, but I tell you, I'm gonna fight till the last breath of me, and survive the process. I do worry a lot about being a healthcare professional. What's risks you're taking, what you might be losing during the process, like from muscle tone, bone mass, risk of medication. You're extremely become at a high risk of cancer. So
just because of the heart transplant?
Yeah, because of the anti-rejection medication.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't survive the transplant, if you do survive the transplant, there is a very high chance of getting cancer because of the medication. So you become a cancer patient. So there is a lot to worry about in the first bit.
Right.
And you're always questioning, are you doing the right choice?
Right.
Yeah. But to me, the other choice would be to give up and die. And I am not going to do that right now.
I was going to say, and that's not a choice for you.
That's not a choice. At least because of few guys around me and because of people like you. But yeah, so it's hard to make long-term plans. I just want to survive the first 2 years. And that's on itself, it's a new perspective of life. Yeah. You change from planning your whole future to planning to survive. I mean, I'm not saying I'm compared to anyone, and we work with refugee all the time. I'm not they're coming from a war zone and they don't know where. Like I can't compare myself to them, but sometimes I feel like this is life. Like they're actually gonna open me up and take my heart out and put someone else. And when you think that way, it limits your thinking of future plans. And I try not to think that way. But for now, the plans as is. I don't. Wherever comes my way, I'm ready. I don't want to, feel down at any time. And
Trying to look forward rather than
yeah.
Yeah.
And I keep myself busy, which is I'll go insane.
Yes, well, one of the things that you've done to keep yourself busy is learn how to be a really good cook.
I know, and I did not know that I can actually cook.
Yeah.
But the best
He
way,
ate out all the time,
Yeah,
everybody. Like,
yeah.
all the time. He went from eating out, like, every single meal, pretty much, right?
Yes, yeah.
To, like, full-on cooking. Like,
Well,
I went over there for supper. Awesome food.
Sammy's
Yeah,
Kitchen coming to town.
Sammy's Kitchen.
No,
Totally.
but-
Totally.
I think the best way to lose weight is have the doctors tell you need a new heart. so the minute you know that, and they say, oh, you're like overweight. So I get a lot of like recipes online and the instant pot and this and that, and when you're not working, you have a lot of time to cook, and that's the only thing I've been doing.
Yeah.
I went
And
from
it's way cheaper as well.
it is, and to start is not cheap.
No,
But
'cause
when you
have
have
to set yourself up.
everything, you have you can do whatever every day. So
After
to
you
me,
have your appliances
yeah,
and the things you
thing
need
that's-
and
yeah.
all your spices and herbs. You're good.
yeah. And I mean, I found out I enjoy cooking. So I never cook for one person because you can't. You just
Yeah, it's harder.
harder.
Yeah.
So I always have extra. So I'd be excited when someone visit me. I'm like, try my food, or like, I don't know if people being nice and saying I know how to cook, or is it that horrible?
No, you made great food when we were there that other
Yeah.
day. It was awesome. Like,
And-
for someone who said he had never cooked before, and
I-
then all of
I-
a sudden
yeah.
it's like, yeah, here you go, gourmet on a plate.
Well,
I'm like,
I
whoa.
wouldn't call my food gourmet, but I mean I mean
It's
I
really
lost
good
50
food.
pounds
Yes.
using my own cooking.
And how much did they say you needed that they
30.
wanted you to lose? Yeah,
30, and I lost 50, and I'm planning on losing another 50 if I have the time, but if the weight, longer. But I mean, it does take a lot of discipline to lose weight.
So what's the one thing that you've done besides
Honestly-
cooking? Like, besides learning how to cook, what do you
honest-
do? as
Honestly,
a-
like I stopped eating out. I just because of the sodium in all the food out, I can't have it. So I just came to understanding no more, eating out, and start cooking in smaller portions, and
But
just-
you fill up on salad first,
yeah,
don't you? Like,
yeah,
you have
like
a
that's
big plate of salad
one of the
first.
things that I use as a strategy is whenever I'm hungry or I have a meal, the big salad goes first. Forget everything. So I don't even start eating till I filled up on salad.
There you go.
But at least
Then
it
there's
worked.
less room for the other things.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
Except
but-
for when it comes to Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like those are like on Thanksgiving I was invited
They're
over.
treat days.
Yeah, I was invited over a friend's house, and I am not gonna skip the stuffing on a turkey, or if I'm going, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has been fun to see me progress in that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes, after my last hospital admission, I have never recovered. Like
You can feel the effects.
yes,
of-
like so even before I went to the hospital, I was able to cook up a storm and freeze. And now, if it's a cook day, it's a nothing else day.
Right. Yeah.
Or if it's a cleaning day, it's a nothing else day. And again, that's another perspective on life. Like, to start thinking about your meal or how to make it. And last month I was able to make a big meal, and you came over. This month I can't do that. In 1 month, that big changes.
Yeah.
And it just, I feel I'm losing a little bit every time I wait longer. So that's where the scary part comes. That I already lost the ability of making enough supper and enjoy it with a friend. Now, what's next? So I'm always fearful.
We bring supper. And
I know,
enjoy
but
it
like
with you.
but in terms
Yes.
of losing, that's
Yeah.
out of things that you enjoy, and you lose. You know,
And we'll all, that is the sort of thing that you're going to look forward to when you're past this,
Yeah.
is having
Regaining,
supper,
yeah.
bringing friends over,
Oh, I
making
can't-
supper with them, or making it for them. And,
yeah. Like I can't,
know.
I can't wait till I get this whole process over with and put it behind me.
Yeah.
And move forward.
And you
But-
have more energy
Yes,
and everything else.
Yeah. But again, like I wouldn't be able to do it without everyone that's watching us today support.
Yeah.
In every possible way. And I have people in our community that called and checked on me and stuff. That means a lot to me. And just I feel I'm not one. There is people behind me, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what keeps me going. And if Ellen DeGeneres watches the show, please, me and Alicia, we're trying to be on Ellen.
Why not?
I know. So
Let's go
Ellen,
for it.
how we get? Well, we have to do an episode how to get on Ellen and see if that would work. We'll send her a message.
Could you imagine? That'd be so fun.
Well, the next time you'll see us on Anna. No, I'm just yeah. But I have to thank also Surround Sound Music for providing all of our audio and lighting and helping us out. We won't be able to do it without them. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and with that, we leave today.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's about it.
Thank you so much for watching.
Okay.
See you next episode.
Next episode.